Alright, so today is my first day back to filming since my big 3-week trip. I'm actually only in Seattle for a few days and then I leave again, but it feels so good to be sitting down and filming. Everything that you guys have been seeing has been pre-recorded, so I've still been having 3 videos a week go up. They've just been pre-recorded. Felt so bizarre setting up all of my filming stuff this morning. Almost didn't remember how to get my camera situated. So for those of you who don't know, I went to China and Taiwan. I have a vlog up of China. Taiwan vlog is going to be coming. Link the China vlog over here if you haven't seen it. But while I was there, we went to this place called the Fake Market. I don't think that's technically what it's called, but they had a few different makeup kind of stores in there that had literally every kind of knockoff fake dupe that you could imagine. They had collabs, like YouTuber collabs. They had the Manny MUA Makeup Geek collab. They had a bit of beauty stuff. Kylie. They had everything. So I picked up a bag, a now ripped bag, of a bunch of stuff that I thought would be fun to try out and see how it compares to the actual products. I tried to pick up products that I already own just so I know how they do compare to the real thing. Debating doing half face the real products and half face the dupes, but I already have a few videos like that, so I think we're just going to try out the dupes on my full face. I can't believe I'm actually filming right now. I'm just kind of in shock. Before we jump into it, if you're new here, don't forget to join the Bayrito family and subscribe. I upload Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Foundation Friday is returning this Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I know you guys have been missing that. It's coming. I've already washed, moisturized, and primed my face, but I am going to do foundation and stuff on camera because I got a beauty blender dupe. And all this stuff, by the way, you have to majorly haggle in the fake market. So if you go to China and you go to this place, do not pay what they tell you. My friend speaks fluent Chinese, so he did all the haggling, left that up to him. But I think we got a pretty good deal. I think I paid about $25 for all this stuff. Beauty blender. So I picked up the beauty blender dupe. I have my real beauty blender right here. This one is obviously a bit dirty. Just so you can see them dry, how the size compares, this one is quite a bit bigger. So I'm going to go wet this thing, but I just wanted to show you what the packaging looks like. They even have the little Allure sticker on here, which I thought was funny. So let's undo this thing, see how it feels. Ooh, this is stiff. Compared to the real beauty blender, this thing feels very stiff, but let's see how it goes once I wet it. I'm going to go wet this thing and I'll be right back. So I wet the real beauty blender too, just to see. You guys saw how much smaller the real beauty blender was before. Check this out. So after dampening both of them and squeezing out the water, the real beauty blender is definitely much bigger now. This one I don't think actually got any bigger and it is extremely stiff. I'm going to squeeze them with the same pressure so you can see. Let's try it with foundation. I'm going to try mixing the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra, the lightest shade, 90 Ivory, with the Dermablend Smooth Liquid Camo in Linen. This one is very pink and light, and this one's super yellow, so we'll see how it mixes. I haven't mixed these two before. For all the traveling and eating and everything that I've been doing the past few weeks, my skin hasn't been too bad. I mean, I am still breaking out, have my normal acne, but it hasn't been worse than usual, so that was good. I'm so paranoid. Oh, shit. Yep. Literally right when I said that, my battery on my mic just went red. I have to go wipe this off and get a new battery. All right. That thing is a freaking beast to change the battery. If you have the Rode VideoMic Pro, you know what I'm talking about. There's literal YouTube videos on how to change the battery because it's that ridiculous. But I think we're in business. So let's do this. That just literally soaked. Yeah. So that's soaked up, I would say 80% of the product. And if you want to feel like you're hitting a rock on your face, this one is the way to go. So this one is definitely a no. This is ridiculously hard. This foundation combo should give me about medium to full coverage, and I'm definitely getting light coverage with this because it's soaking up a ton of it. So I'm going to switch to the Beauty Blender for the rest of my face. Oh yeah. I actually prefer the Real Technique sponge over the Beauty Blender, so if you're looking for an affordable option, that one's really good. I like the NYX sponge as well. And I have lash extensions on, so I'm not going to be putting false lashes on today, but I just have to be kind of careful around the eye area. So I'm just going to finish up my foundation, concealer, powder, so that we can move on to the next dupe products. Alright, so my base is now on. I also wanted to say, since I realized I didn't say it in the intro, of course, the ingredients in these products are probably not the best. You don't really know what's actually in them, which is why a lot of times when you buy makeup on eBay that's really cheap, you don't really know what you're getting. I just think this is a fun video to try out. Hopefully I don't get any allergic reactions or anything to these, but we'll find out. We're balls deep at this point. So next up I found the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. This looks legit, you guys. There's even a barcode on the end. So again, even if you think you're buying boxed products on eBay or whatever, just be aware that it could be totally fake because this one looks, I mean, pretty legit, and it is definitely not. So this is in the shade medium brown. Here's what the box looks like. So I've used the Dip Brow for years, so I know how the normal one goes on. This looks so freaking similar. I couldn't find my normal one, but I feel like most of you guys know what it looks like. This looks and feels pretty much identical. The top lid might be a little bit more cheapy plastic, but the base feels like nice glass. So I'm just going to use an angled brush to try this out. I'm actually going to comb through my brows first. Lately, to do my brows, I've been using this guy, the Benefit Precisely My Brow. Haven't used a pomade in a while on like a regular basis. Ooh. Okay, so this is very smooth. Smooth and creamy. And it's going on nicely. I think this one is a bit more glossy almost. When light hits my eyes, my brows look a little bit shiny, but it's going on really creamy and smooth. Alright, so that one was good. Yeah, my brows definitely look a little bit shiny. Looks like I have some Vaseline on them or something. But other than that, that went on really smooth and totally fine. So I think I'm going to do my eyeshadow first and then move on to the rest of my face. So they had the Modern Renaissance palette. Here's the fake one. Here's the real one. I'm going to undo the plastic on this thing. I love the Modern Renaissance palette. It's one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. Fake one also has the felt top. So the top one is the fake one and the bottom one is the real one. Also on the real one you get a back sticker that lists the ingredients and everything. Here's the inside. The top is the fake one. For the most part, the shades look pretty similar. There's definitely a few that look totally different. The burnt orange shades, which are second over, this is really hard to do right now. Second over look totally different. Primavera is like a champagne kind of gold shade in the real palette, and in this one it's like a pink. Warm taupe is definitely more purple. I would say half of the shades in the pan look pretty close. We'll see how they look on the eyes. I'm going to prime my eyes using the Revlon Color Stay Cream eyeshadow in the shade 715. This is just like a brown because I think I want to do like a warm brown look. Doing eyeshadow with lash extensions is kind of a pain in the ass. I'm not going to be keeping these extensions on. I just still have one more thing that I'm going to. So after that trip, I'm going to be just letting them fall out so that I can film normal. I did a whole video about the lashes if you missed that. So I think I'm going to go in with the golden ochre shade right here to start. This is probably the closest to the transition shade I'll get in here. I'm really curious to see how the formula of this is going to be. Blending out very easily. I need to eat breakfast. Why do I always think filming on an empty stomach is a good idea? I'm going to take some burnt orange right here and I'm going to put that into the crease a little bit just to warm it up. So they don't feel as soft in the pan as the real ones do. They're blending out really easily and they definitely have pigment to them. They don't have that buttery consistency to them, but I wouldn't say they're stiff. I'm going to take a tiny bit of Real Gear, which is that pretty much orange shade. That one's not that pigmented. It's adding a little bit of warmth, but it's not nearly as intense as it is in the pan. Ooh, red ochre looks and feels pretty nice. I think I'm just going to take that on my finger first to apply it. And just put this right on my lid. That one is nice and pigmented. I'm going to go in and blend it out with a brush after. I'm going to go in with Cypress Umber. Put that into the crease. Okay, this one doesn't look nearly as dark, so this is like a warm, dark brown. It's not showing up a whole lot. I don't know if I want to do waterline eyeliner, but I'm going to bring some of the, I think golden ochre shade, the first one we went in with, down on the bottom. I'm going to try some of the raw sienna shade. Ooh, that one's pretty. I think I do need some waterline eyeliner, so I'm going to pop on some of that, put on some of my liquid eyeliner. I'm probably just going to do a little wing, maybe. I have a whole video on how I do my winged liner, so if you want to see that, I'll link it down below. Alright, so I just finished off the eyes. I just added some black eyeliner on the waterline and some eyeshadow down there, and then blended it out again with golden ochre on the bottom. Put on some bottom mascara, and now we're going to do the rest of my face. So I found the fish brush. This thing has been going around on Instagram mostly. They're all over the place now. I'm not sure which brand came out with it first, but I found one for $14. This thing I definitely did not pay $14 for. This is probably $1 or $2. Whoa, fancy. So this plastic thing on top actually, that's smart. So this might be intended for foundation now that I'm thinking about it, but it feels very stiff. I think I'm going to try it as a contour brush. I got the rose gold shade. They had like a black one in a few different colors. I'm going to try this out with my MUA Bronze Perfection Matte Bronzer. I've been obsessed with this thing. Just going to dip in. Ooh, kicked up a ton of powder. So nothing really happens when I feather it up. It's pretty stiff. So it kind of just drew on that line. I guess it's slightly blending out now, but I feel like I'm rubbing off my foundation since you have to push so hard. Not the best for contouring. I mean, you got that line on there, you just can't blend it out. So I'm going to go in with my normal contour brush I use. Why did I just get really nasally? Which is a Wet n Wild one from the drugstore. Man, that line is like on there. Use my powder brush and try and... This one might be good for like a nose contour since it is pretty stiff and has kind of a slim line that you can make that with. So they had the fake Sweet Peach Glow kit. I have the real one right here, so we'll see how the shades and everything compare. Alright, so these look pretty damn similar. These actually look friggin' identical. The fake one is on the top, the bottom one is the real one. I think the only thing that's different is that the actual color of the peach on this one might be slightly lighter at the top. I feel like this palette got kind of mixed reviews. I actually really like this. Okay, so these colors are definitely a bit different. What is going on with that shade on the right? It's like purple. So the top palette is the real one. The bottom one is the fake one. I don't even think it's showing up, but this shade is legitimately purple. Don't ask me how you're supposed to bronze your face with that. The blush shades in the middle are obviously very different. The bottom one is much deeper. Highlight in the bottom looks much more pink. The actual packaging on the inside looks the same, but the fake one is cardboard. This gold is cardboard, and the real one is more of like an aluminum material. So I'm kind of swatching this bronzer shade right here, the purple. Swatched, it looks kind of pretty. I don't think I would use this as a bronzer or contour, maybe like a deep kind of blush shade. It's definitely cool tone, and it has glitter flecks in there. I think I'm going to try it as blush first. So I'm going to go in with that purpley shade. It's getting a little bit patchy. I feel like I'm not getting a whole lot of anything happening. We're going to try the middle shade. This is what I have for blush. Whoa. I don't know if I can do that. This is like a brick red. My skin tone, this will be straight up orange, so I think we're going to skip that. Alright, I'm just going to really go ham with this purple shade and try and build it up. I think a little something's happening. Okay, so I'm curious to see how this pink shade is going to be as a highlight. That's pretty. It's emphasizing my texture a bit, definitely, but that one is definitely the best out of this whole thing. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty. I would use that again. Oh, inner corner. That's what I wanted to do. I'm going to go back in with this palette, and I need a little something on my inner corner. So I think we're going to try the shade Vermeer. I love Vermeer on my inner corner in the real palette, so I'm going to see how this one works. They even put a little sealant on your mirror for you. 2 sealants. This shade isn't quite as pigmented as the real one, but it's working. I think we're on to lips. So I got a few different lip options. They had a shit ton of Kylie cosmetics. They had the glosses, the lipsticks, the holiday collections, all of her collections. I also had Jeffree Star, which I thought was funny. The box says Celebrity Skin, but I actually got the white one because I wanted to try mixing this in to lighten any kind of lipstick. Does it normally say Dragon Star? It says Dragon Star on here. I only own one Jeffree Star product that I bought years ago. Haven't purchased from his brand since then. But I might try mixing this in with a Kylie one. I don't know. We'll see. So I got Kylie Cocoa K and Candy K. I think we're going to go in with Cocoa K. It looks exactly the same. They even have Kylie's signature on the back. Kylie, you signed in boxes in China. Whoa. Okay, this one looks pretty purple. Ooh, these look very similar. I feel like this looks nothing like Candy K does. Cocoa K is right here, Candy K is right here. They're both very mauve. These look nothing like the color on the outside of the box. I think I'm going to do the darker one, so I'm going to go in with Candy K. Just like the real lip kits, you get a lip pencil and a liquid lipstick. The pencil looks nice and brown. Doesn't go on brown. This is like a rose color. Chemicals, yep. I'm filling in my lips with that, and then let's try out the liquid lipstick. The wand is very, very cheap. Ooh, smells good. Smells like birthday cake. So that went on pretty much identical to the Kylie. The scent is intense. I feel like I'm getting like lightheaded. Probably need to eat. Probably not the lipstick. I actually like the color with this. The box, the actual product in the tube, and then the product on your lips look totally different. So it's totally drying down. Feels almost exactly like the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip. So this is the final look using fake makeup from China. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up so I know it helps me out. So out of everything, I think I was most impressed with the fake Modern Renaissance palette. And I do really like the highlight in the Sweet Peach palette. The Kylie lip kit also went on just like hers do. I mean, it's more of a drying formula, but as far as being similar to the actual product, the way it went on and everything is the same. The shades are definitely totally different than the real Candy K and Cocoa K's. The Beauty Blender, total reject. I think this was the worst out of all of them, and also not that into this. Maybe I'll try applying foundation with this thing, but I feel like you would just have to kind of like wipe. Again, I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, so if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.